This is your WW3 news of Friday evening. Here in Italy, the Mario Ruggiero case, the trial has ended. He's been sentenced to 14 years and something for the murder of these two robbers, which he shot outside his premises, they were armed as well. And the other one was injured and he got arrested. This Mario Ruggiero is a self-employed person. He owns a jeweller shop, and it's probably the fifth time he was being robbed. And in some cases, his wife, him and his daughter, when they were there during the robbery, violence was used against them, threatened to death, tied up, kidnapped. And that's why at the end of the day, probably they grant him a firearms licence for self-defence, his premises, which under the law, he has the right to ask for. It's been evaluated carefully by the authorities. And he fits all the legal and psychological requirements to own the firearms. You know, the fact is, these cunts even received €3 million in compensation to families, which I don't find right. You have committed a crime. It's not exactly a member of their families died at work because of an accident during the profession. Robbery is not considered as a legal or honest job. People thinking crime doesn't pay. It pays, it does. The lives of these two people were absolutely stupid. How many cases of Mario Ruggiero has been in Italy so far? It's been loads. And obviously there's been an attempt at a modification in the laws, has been here in Italy, giving the possibility to people to have a more better stand in self-defence in situations like this. This is what the left doesn't like. Talk about human rights, about villains. Whereas imported people, locals. Crime at the end of the day does not pay. It's a fight for survival. It's your tough cheddar, whether you sink or swim. And it's been asked by the Minister Salvini a pardon by the President of the Republic for this. I think he really merits this pardon and even a medal as well. Because in front of a laughing situation, not everyone would have reacted in the way he would have done, because probably the fact people will be petrified by fear. People don't have that cold blood or self-control in particular stressful situations, and it is a stressful situation, someone trespassing in your property, whether it's a shop or your house, because people who trespass, they're not there for good intentions. They're there to commit a crime or something, whether it's murder, sexual violence or robbery. And even if they have to use violence to obtain their goals, they will use it. They're ruthless, they have no scruples. And therefore the law in these cases should be more tougher. Like for imported criminals in their countries, the law's pretty severe when it comes to these type of criminal offences. It's only in the West or in Italy they are pretty soft. Human rights, they have mental problems. It's all bullshit. It's a good way to get away with it. Enough with this shit. You're risking your own life. And if that, in that occasion, doesn't go down too well, you're fucking tough cheddar, mate. You chose this way of life, not us. not society. Because you think the lure of easy money without having an honest work is a lot more better. Well, it doesn't work out right all the time, you know. And as for the members of these families of three robbers, you don't merit nothing. Your dead love members, they were asking for trouble and they got it. It's maybe a horrible thing to say, but it's got to be said.